Brahma or the Brahman. When we hear the word Brahman, we are inclined to think of the Absolute in terms of Advaita Vedanta, because that has been most popular. But in the Shaiva Agamas, when we see the word Brahman, we should not conflate these ideas. Therefore, let's dig into Agamas. What do they say? They also use the word Brahman. So, when we look into Agamas, we find in Ajita Agama that there are two Brahman. One is the Para-Brahma, the absolute Brahman, and another is Shabda Brahman. The Brahman in the form of speech, the Brahman that reveals, describes the reality, that animates reality, that is the pulsation of the Absolute, that is what is revealed by the Absolute. What do we mean by the Absolute Param here? Para here means Shiva. Shiva is the Brahman in its absolute sense. And Shabda Brahma is the mantras, padas, words, and the sentences that reveal the Shiva nature. But in here, the Shabda Brahma in the Shaiva Agama context is what Sadashiva is. Because when we say Shiva reveals the Agamas with his 5 faces, Shiva becomes the Agamas with 5 different transmissions, and these 5 transmissions are depicted as 5 faces of Sadashiva. Sadashiva is the body of Shabdas, the words. So what is the essential nature of Sadashiva? Is the Omkara. Om itself is the Shabda Brahma. Tasya Vachakaha Pranavaha, as is mentioned even in the Yoga Sutra. This very Shabda Brahma is the cause, Karana, of all the manifest entities. And Shiva, the Absolute, is also the cause for the Shabda Brahma, which is Sadashiva. So, why is Shiva considered Param, the transcendent? Is because it is beyond the speech and above the mind. Mind cannot go there. Na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vak gacchati, no manah. Neither does there penetrate the eyes, nor the speech, nor the mind. This is the Upanishads. And Ajita Agama explains this very thing by saying, Vang mano atita rupatvat, because this Absolute Shiva is transcendent to the speech and the mind. That is why it is called Para. And this is what is Shiva. So there is basically one singular Brahman is twofold for our convenience. That way it's not that 2 separate entities. We are not talking about cows and donkeys here. We are not talking about completely unrelated categories here. It is the singular entity. Shiva splits, becomes twofold, remains in the Absolute, and assumes the manifest form. Padosya vishwa bhutani tripadasya amritam divi, as it is in Shruti, that a quarter of it manifests in the form of the world and 3/4 remain in the Absolute transcendent form. It's in the Shruti. So the same way here, para and apara, the absolute, transcendent and immanent, and the immanent form is the Shabda Brahma that manifests in the form of speech or mantras, and this is what is called Sadashiva. And Sadashiva and Shiva are not two different entities. Sadashiva is an embodiment of Anugraha, grace, because when Lord Shiva wants to reveal himself, he assumes the form of speech, and that speech is called Sadashiva. So then you have different forms. So even our common language is Sadashiva. What I am speaking is Sadashiva. What you think is Sadashiva. Because all the knowledge, whether they are limited or they reveal the boundless, they are all the aspects and expression of Sadashiva. So one would be Saguna, all the attributes conditioned by gunas, and then the absolute would be Nirguna. It is devoid of the Sattva, Raja and Tama type guna. One is manifest, the Sthula, gross, another is unmanifest, Sushma, or the subtle. And when we say Sthula and Sukshma, Sthula is something that can be metrified, that can be quantified, that can be measured, and that is called Sadashiva, that is the Shabda Brahma. And the Sukshma is the absolute, the transcendent, Paramashiva, the supreme Shiva. Dve Brahmani Veditabhye, one should recognize two Brahmans. One is the Shabda Brahma, and another is the Parabrahma. So this is also supported by other agamic teachings.
For more free teachings from Acharya Sthaneshwar, visit www.vimashyafoundation.org.